Have you ever looked back on your learning journey and realized that, despite reading countless books, watching endless self-help videos, and jotting down hundreds of inspirational quotes, nothing has truly changed in your life? Have you ever chased personal development courses like a race, only to feel drained and disillusioned after a few weeks, and eventually stop believing in learning altogether? Have you ever wondered why you seem to know so much, yet struggle to take meaningful action when it counts? If any of that sounds familiar, you might be experiencing something few people recognize in time, a state of being numb to learning. It's not because you're lazy or incapable, it's because you've consumed too much information, too quickly and too superficially, so much so that you've lost your sensitivity to learning itself. Just like overusing antibiotics can make your body resistant, taking in too much shallow knowledge without depth or practice can leave you emotionally and mentally numb, disconnected from both the feeling and the impact of learning. We live in an era where knowledge is consumed like a commodity, fast and constantly. Every day, thousands of self-help videos, TED Talks, podcasts, and personal growth books are released. With just a few clicks, you can access information that would have taken someone in a past century an entire lifetime to collect. But ironically, this accessibility is a double-edged sword. Learning today has been distorted into a kind of high-end entertainment. You watch a video, have a small epiphany, feel satisfied, and then by the next day, it's like you never learned it at all. You read a great book, highlighting every page, but weeks later, when someone asks what you've actually applied from it, you have nothing to say. Knowledge is being consumed like snack food. Tasty, easy to swallow, but lacking the substance to create real change. The danger of being numb to learning isn't just that you stop improving, it's that you begin to lose faith in the value of learning itself. You once believed that knowledge would save you, inspire you, help you take control of your life. But after trying every method and model out there, you find yourself right back where you started. Doubt creeps in. A quiet resistance builds. I've learned a lot. I know all this already, yet nothing's really changed. What's especially ironic is that the people most prone to this numbness are often those who are passionate about learning. Because they crave growth, they consume content non-stop. But without depth or consistent practice, they become the ones who lose direction fastest. Many end up in a strange place. They know a lot but can't use any of it. They can quote Stoic philosophy, the law of attraction, or the 80-20 principle, but can't stick to a simple habit like journaling for 10 minutes a night. Knowing more isn't always a strength, especially if you can't turn knowledge into action. So why do we become numb to learning? Part of the reason lies in the explosive growth of entertainment-style self-help content. When learning is reduced to short videos, bite-sized hacks, and neat lists like 5 tips or 7 secrets, it's easy to mistake understanding for mastery. But understanding is not insight, and it's certainly not implementation. Another factor is how our brains respond to novelty. Our dopamine system lights up when we learn something new, but that excitement fades with repetition. And let's be honest, we hate boredom. So instead of digging deep into a subject, we jump from one thing to the next. Each switch gives the illusion of progress, but that's all it is, an illusion. After 6 months of constant hopping, you look back and realize you're still the same. So how do we break out of this? Solution 1. Narrow your focus and go deep. The first step to overcoming numbness to learning is to stop chasing too many things at once. It's understandable to have lots of interests, goals, and skills you want to explore, but spreading yourself thin keeps you from going deep in any one area. Sit down and identify 3 to 5 areas that matter most to you right now, whether that's physical health, job-related expertise, personal finance, communication skills, or even learning psychology to better understand yourself. Once you've chosen them, commit to those areas for at least 6 to 12 months. Don't add new goals. Don't switch topics just because you feel bored. Get used to repetition, to digging in, and to the unavoidable monotony that comes with mastery. Real growth doesn't come from your first encounter with a new idea. It comes around the 50th or 100th time you practice it. That's when you begin to see deeper layers, subtle patterns, and connections you never noticed before. This kind of persistence is the key to breaking the cycle of being numb to learning. Solution 2. Set neutral number goals. Practice deeply until it becomes a skill. Instead of setting vague goals like improve my writing or get better at drawing, turn them into specific, measurable actions, such as write 1,000 short paragraphs, each 100 words, or draw 500 small sketches over 6 months. These numbers might sound dull, uninspiring, and far less exciting than the rush of learning something new. But it's precisely their neutrality that helps you cultivate something more valuable than excitement: consistency. Bruce Lee once said, "I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." That couldn't be more true when it comes to breaking out of being numb to learning. By the time you hit repetition number 300, 500, or 800, you'll have gone through every emotional phase: initial excitement, self-doubt, boredom, the urge to quit, until eventually you reach a state of calm. At that point, you're no longer acting out of inspiration or hype. You're doing it because you understand that it's necessary for growth. That's when you move beyond numbness and turn knowledge into real, embodied skill. Solution 3. Relearn. Revisit old lessons with a new mindset. Don't shy away from revisiting things you've already learned. Who you are today isn't the same as who you were 6 months or a year ago. Your life experiences, the lessons you've faced, and how you view the world have changed. That means a book you once read, a course you once took, or a skill you once tried can now reveal new insights, if you approach it with the mindset you have today. Relearning not only deepens your understanding, but also prevents you from chasing after newness, just because your current knowledge feels old. Sometimes one simple idea, fully understood and genuinely applied, can spark more change than any new hack or technique. Instead of constantly widening your base with more new information, focus on enriching the depth of what you already know. That's how you build a solid foundation for long-term growth. Solution 4. Embrace boredom as an essential part of growth. This is the toughest solution, but it's also the most critical. We often assume that growth has to be exciting, filled with breakthroughs and dramatic milestones. But in reality, maturity is a quiet, repetitive process, often with no fireworks or instant recognition. A skilled musician practices the same passages for thousands of hours, sometimes to perfect just one note. A top athlete repeats the same boring drills for months to reach mastery. And someone committed to personal growth must also face routine, repetition, and boredom in order to reach real depth in their skills and understanding. Start seeing boredom not as an enemy, but as a companion on your path to mastery. When you embrace it, you'll realize that those seemingly dull moments are actually where you build willpower, shape discipline, and create the quiet changes that make all the difference in life. Personal growth isn't an endless journey of discovery. It's a return to the essentials, over and over, until they become part of who you are. Being numb to learning doesn't mean you're not smart enough. It happens because you've fallen for the illusion that growth must always be fresh, exciting, and instantly rewarding. But if you pause, look deeply at your learning path, and rebuild your foundation with selectivity, persistence, and commitment to the seemingly old and simple, you'll start to break free from numbness and truly step into sustainable, long-term growth. Learn less, but go deeper. Act more, but do it quietly. And remember, real learning doesn't need to be spoken. It reveals itself in how you live. I hope you found this video helpful. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to hit the like button. It might seem like a small thing, but because of how the YouTube algorithm works, videos with more likes tend to get shown to more people. So your like really helps this video reach others who might need it too. And if you find my content valuable, consider subscribing. It really helps more people discover it. Thanks for watching, and I wish you and your family good health and peace. See you in the next video.